Hey guys, Agro Ninja here, and welcome back to another episode of Enigmatica 8. In this episode, we're going to build a jetpack. We're also going to continue to work on our quest book, so let's go get started. So we're going to head down to our workshop and get started building a sequence of jetpacks. We're going to see how far we can get. Our goal is to get to the steel one. And if we look up the word jetpack, you'll see there's several different ones here. We're going to be building the iron jetpack, not the jetpack from Mekanism. Although we may make this in the future just to complete a quest, because I do think it is a quest. But we're going to get started with this wood jetpack. And it looks like we need some wood thrusters, which use a combination of wood, a furnace, wood energy cell, and then some basic coil. So we're going to make these basic coils real quick. I don't know how many we'll need, but we'll make a few. And then we're going to need to make a couple of these wood energy cells. And then we should have everything we need to build 2 of these. And then we need to build this wood capacitor, which is 3 more wood energy cells. I believe we built just enough of those. And then the leather strap, which shouldn't be too bad. And with that, we should be able, I thought we built that wood capacitor. I guess we forgot to build the wood capacitor. Now we have the wood jetpack, which completes a chest. So, or excuse me, a quest. I don't know why I said chest. So we're going to stick that into our charger. And it's instantly charged because it's really small. And we should be able to put that on our back and get a little bit of boost. Oh, I'm not sure what the keybinding is. Let's take a look at that real quick. So I do have it set up now, and I've got it where I can change the throttle up and down. So we can take it all the way to 100. And then we can turn the engine, the hover on and off. And then we can toggle the engine on and off. So we want that on and hover off. And we should be able to just tap spacebar and we can go up in the air. Now this is the wood jetpack, so it's not going to last very long. Just that little bit is used up quite a bit. So what we're going to do at this point is work on getting this upgraded. And this is going to take a little while, so let's get started. Now that we've actually crafted the steel jetpack, it was no near as bad as I thought it was going to be. If we just take a quick look, I originally thought I was going to have to make all of the jetpack up to steel, but I really only needed to build the stone one from the wood one, and then the iron one using the stone one, and then I finally made the steel jetpack, which uses the iron jetpack and steel thrusters, steel capacitor, which uses the steel energy cell, which uses an advanced coil, which uses gold instead of iron, is the only difference. And on the steel thrusters, it uses 3 of the advanced coils and 1 steel energy cell. So it really wasn't that bad. And now that we have it, we can go out here and you can see the difference in the speed. And it does hold 12 million FE instead of 20,000. So it's significantly quicker. I don't know how much we'll use this around the base because it kind of messes with the flow of traveling around our base on foot. But out mining down in caves, this will become very useful. And then also I can come up to slime islands like this really easily. And we can just, oop, that slime made me bounce a little bit. We can just farm this slime stuff up. So this is another good example of how useful the jetpack can be for certain things. Oops, I didn't mean to do all that. Oop, and now I'm stuck. I just want all the slime. I want all your slime. Because we've been using a lot of slime. So we'll just gather all this up real quick and then we'll head back to the house. So what I would like to spend the majority of the rest of this episode is working on expanding our pneumatic craft capabilities, which are pretty basic right now. We have the pressure chamber and the air compressor and some pressure tubing. And we did make those compressed ingots in the previous episode. So the first thing we're going to take a look at is replacing this air compressor with the next thing in the quest chain, which is a liquid compressor, which I'm hoping we can run our biodiesel through, or biofuel. I'm not sure if that'll actually work in there. We'll have to see. So let's go ahead and craft that. Now that we're back over at our base, let's take a look at the pneumatic craft quest line, because I would like to continue working on that. And I've been doing a little research, and hopefully I haven't bit off more than I can chew with this mod, because it's quite advanced, or at least it appears so, and it's something I've never played with before. But the next thing I would like to build is this liquid compressor, which I think we have everything we need to make this. We should probably go grab our air compressor from outside. We got our air compressor. We're going to go ahead and try to craft that liquid compressor. And it looks like we need one of these small fluid tanks, which I think is also a quest. So we're going to stick that in inventory for a moment so we can complete a quest. And then we should be able to build the liquid compressor. And do we have any of that tubing? Yeah, we're going to grab some of this because I don't know what we're going to need here. And that should complete a few quests for us. Yep, we got the reward for that one. We also can go over to, I think it's tools and armor, and get the rewards for the jetpacks we made. Ooh, I'll take those levels. Ooh, what was that? Energy tablet. I'll throw that in the storage system. Another energy cell. We'll throw that energy cell in there, and that in there, and the canvas in there. Oh, look at the module expansion. Oh, that is a blessing, because we're not going to be able to build this for a while, and we could use this to modify this a little bit. So let's go back outside and see if we can get this liquid compressor set up and working. Back over at our pressurized chamber, we're going to place down our new liquid compressor, and I did grab a tank of our biodiesel. I don't know if it will run off of this, but we're going to try and see the test. So did it go in? It didn't go in automatically. We have our configurator. We're going to try to configure it. So it does look like it's pumping in. And is it generating? So I've got it set for it to receive a high signal. And I think we can drop this pressure gauge right here. And then right click it with one of these module expansion cards that we got as reward. And then tell this thing to emit when lower than 4.9. So it should be emitting a redstone signal. Should be on high. Oh, low signal works. That's odd that it's not doing it on high. Is it because it's going from... It's right next to it, though. It should be... Is it right there? And I was trying to use these transmitters and receivers from RF Tools utility, which I've used extensively previously. So if I'm not mistaken, we want the transmitter here. And it's on channel 2. And we can put the other one right here. Switch it to, and it's on channel 2. And then we need to right click that again, and then we'll set this to 0.3 as a test again. When lower than, so it should be putting out emitting a signal. And yes, and it's working now. I believe this is working. And we'll make this look better once we are fully more familiar with it, but it is working now, and it should be building up to 0.5. We can actually go ahead and set this what we want it to, which is 4.9. That way it'll build up pressure to 4.9 and won't let it go above and blow up. So we can come out here and use it to make more stuff. Progress. And we have another use for our biodiesel. I'm so glad that will run in here. The next thing we're going to go take a look at, we'll see what we unlocked in storage. Oh, that fluid tank. Well, we'll take that. And we also, under RF Tools, completed the quest for the receiver and transmitter, which is awesome as well. So we're definitely getting some quests knocked out today. If we go back to pneumatic craft, I would like to craft as much as this as I can. I don't know how much we're going to be able to get done because it'll start requiring stuff we don't have. So I think we can make this stuff pretty easily. Yeah, so we need to go get some gold and redstone and make some of these turbine fans. So let's go ahead and get the stuff we need to craft these. So we're back over at our pressurized chamber, and it's built almost up 4 bars of pressure. And we're going to go ahead and throw some gold and redstone in here. It should pull that in. Oh, you know what? I remember we got these backwards. We do need to switch this at some point, but the gold and redstone goes in here. And that'll make our turbines. I don't think it takes it too long. Let's give it a moment here. Oh, there we go. Those should be coming out any moment now. Nice. There's 8. And it's making 8 more. And we're going to also make some more compressed iron ingots while we're at it. We'll just load that up. Well, we may have messed it up. Let's see what it done here. It should be sending out 8 more. But did the compressed iron. I believe we messed up by mixing those. We'll leave this alone. What I want to do now is I've got 3 blocks on my inventory. I've got an ancient debris, nether quartz ore, and nether cobalt ore. And if you haven't figured it out by now, what I would like to go do is take our digital miner and go mine some of this in the nether. Because this is all going to be very useful. I would really like to have a significant more ancient debris because we need the scrap for some of our industrial foregoing machines that I want to make in the near future. So let's go and get us some nether quartz, ancient debris, and cobalt. We're in the nether now, and let me tell you, having this jetpack, it makes navigating the nether so much easier. And that reminds me, while we're here, we need to kill a couple gas, because we need the gas tier. And let's not land in any of this lava. This is bringing back some deja vu. But we're just going to drop right down in here. Trying to find a big area that the gas will spawn in. Maybe over this way. There's a... let's get away from all this lava. Oh, here we go. Here's a big open area. And I hear gas already. Or is that ghost? Oh, no, there's the gas right here. Let's just see. Let's get our sword out real quick. Let's see if we can kill this guy. Oh, and I think his gas tier just went in the lava. I don't have a magnet. I really need to get a magnet. So, no, I think it landed over here. We got very lucky. Did we get a gas tier? We got a gas tier. Ah ha ha. Well, this is as good a spot as any. Let's set up our stuff here. And we are going to go in here to our config. We're going to delete this fig. Or actually, can we turn it off? I will just delete it. It's really easy to add it. New filter. We're going to do it by item stack. And we're going to add the first item, ancient debris. Save. New filter. Item stack. Quartz ore. And then new filter. Item stack. Cobalt ore. And then we should be able to, let's see, all this looks good. Max. Let's go back. Hit start. And look there, we got 600 ores. And it's probably mostly nether quartz. But I'll take anything it gives. Hoping it would go a little quicker than that. Oh, you know what we forgot to do? Set our power to out, as usual. Alright, well, we're going to let this run for a little bit and see if we can get some more gas tiers. So I did go ahead and chunk load our miner, and it is running now. And I came to check to see if our items had finished up, and they had. But I did have to go and throw in another 16 redstone because I wasn't paying attention, but it used 2 redstone and 1 gold ingot, and I had put 16 and 16. So now it's all finished up, and we can go ahead and just throw that stuff in our storage system. We'll get to that in a little bit. And there's the compressed iron ingots. We'll put those in there as well. I was able to find a few gas, so we got 8 gas tiers, which is better than none, which is what we currently have. But we'll definitely hunt some more in the future when we're in the nether. And we'll go ahead and put these ores up. We don't need those anymore. And something I want to go craft real quick if we head back to the base. But let's go ahead and take a look at something called a time in the bottle. Looks like we need a clock real quick. I should have made one of these already because we're not going to be able to use it for a while, but we'll let it sit in our inventory and it'll build up time. And the nice thing about this time in a bottle is I can right click it with machines and speed them up to, I think, X16, so 16 times normal speed, which is really nice on like the digital miner when you're using it like we're using it right now in the nether. That's what made me think about it. So now we have that, and it looked like that was a quest as well, so we'll go ahead and take a look at that. We'll take those. I wonder what that was. Looks like we got some honeycomb. And I'm not sure where these refined obsidian boots came from. I don't know if we picked them off of somebody. Because I'm wearing the ones that I have, which it looks, by the way, it looks like we need to work on some new armor pretty soon. But I've got a spare set of boots. I don't know where those came from. We're going to throw them in our modular storage system. And we'll hang on to the obsidian chest plate because that is ours. We're currently wearing the jetpack. And I was just taking a moment to look at the quest book and realize something. We haven't done any of the Tinker's quests. So let's go ahead and accept that. And there's so many things here, like the Tinker's exploration. Patterns. We've got most of this stuff. I mean, let's run over to the blacksmith shop. We should be able to complete several of these Tinker's quests, and we may have to tear a few things apart or build some more stuff in the future to finish off the rest. But all these should be a quest. We'll just break all this, grab it, and see what that gives us. We'll take that. We'll take that reward. I cannot believe we hadn't done this yet. But we got plenty of quests finished today. Alright, let's go ahead and put these back where they go. So part builder, the craft station goes there. We'll put the part builder there. Part chest, Tinker station, Tinker's chest. I think that's all of them. And then the patterns go here, I believe. Or do they go here? They go here. we'll just dump these rewards into our inner pouch. Except those. We're not going to those or the book. We'll put that seared lantern in there. Let's put this other stuff in here for right now. Well, our digital miner's been running a while. I guess we can go check on that. And if we take a look, I'm curious to see how much ancient debris we have now. So we have 19. We started out with 17. So mining in a 32 radius area with a digital miner, we was able to find 17. So that's not too bad. It would take quite a while to find that many doing it the old fashioned vanilla way. And if we take a look at cobalt, I'm not sure how much we had, but we now have 98. You know what? I think we mined that many because all of our cobalt is in raw cobalt form. So we got 98 of that. And I'm curious how much. And we got 550 netherite quartz ore because all of our netherite, or excuse me, nether quartz is in quartz form before we went and mined. So we'll do that a few more times off camera. And we'll build up a pretty good supply. Oh, you know what? We need to add a dimensional shard one as well. Because I believe you can get those from the nether. But that's a problem for another day. For future aggro ninja. If we take a look at our quest book, I was able to complete a few more of the Tinker's things. I just went around the base finding things that I had. Like these books. So we'll complete these quests real quick. And that should be about all I have. We've got slime. We have found the slime, so we'll take those as well. Well, we are getting the quest knocked out today. As far as what we had, let's do that. So, withering bone, we got some of those, and we don't have that. We need to find that. Is that just a checkbox one as well? We'll take that. Ender slime islands. And this is going to take some work, get all this stuff. Do we not have grout? Let's take a look and see if we have any grout. We don't have any, but guess what? We can craft some quick. And that finishes that. And we can also make this slime sling. I saw it. It was pretty easy to make. Need a congealed slime block. And we're not going to use this. Now, this isn't a Modpack walkthrough, like, here's everything you need to do and how you should do it. This is a Let's Play. I'm just playing. It happens to be a Modpack. So, we're not going to ever use this. But since it's a quest, we're going to go ahead and complete it. That gives us some more rewards. Do you have to build one of each? I guess you have to build one of each. So this actually will be a little bit of a challenge because I could really only make two, but we're not going to worry about that right now. We do have this seared smelter. I don't know why. I don't know where none of those parts are at right now. So I'll worry about that later. Let's go back to pneumatic craft. And it looks like we had something else we completed. In storage. Oh, the Tinker's tank. Well, we'll take it. In pneumatic craft, though, we should be able to build this vacuum pump now. So let's take a look at that. We need to build some of these, which we don't have any of those. For the vacuum pump, we need one more of these. We should have the turbo. Oh, we have to actually make these. So we need two of those. And then, what were those blocks called? Reinforced stone. Let's craft like 20. You know what? Let's go ahead and make that a craft. We've got plenty of crafting room for right now. And we should be able to say we need 10 of those. Says missing 4, available 2. Well, why can't you craft them? Oh, reinforced brick, not stone. Well, we need one more pattern, and we don't have any patterns. Well, we can make some. Let's go ahead and make 10. All right, let's put those up here. And look at the reinforced bricks. Throw that in our crafter. Now we should be able to say reinforced craft 10. Now if we go back to our vacuum, reinforced stone slab. So there's, I messed that up. I'll work on fixing those autocraft sequences later. I mean, really, essentially, there's only one more. I've just been a goof about this. So there's reinforced stone, reinforced bricks, reinforced brick tile. We did reinforced stone slab and brick slab. So we need to do the stone slab one. And I think that's going to be the most common. And if we see a need for the brick tiles and stairs later, we can look at some more of these other ones. And if we get to where we're not really using these patterns and we start running out of room, we'll probably get rid of them. So we got one more pneumatic craft item built. Ooh, and that's going to give us a memory stick. Very nice. And can we make this spawner extractor? Because this is kind of where I'm working towards. We're not going to be able to get to all this today, but I really want this vacuum trap and pressurized spawner. And we're going to set up our first spawner setup. So we spawner agitator. Oh, you know what? That's what I need the gas tier for. I think we can actually make this stuff. Spawner agitator. And what was that item called? A spawn extractor. It looks like I already had one of those. So got one somewhere for his reward. And there's that. We'll take that reward. And the next one in that sequence is the pressurized spawner. I think this is the one that's going to take something we don't have. And we're going to wait and get into in the next episode, most likely. Pressurized. Be a pressurized spawner here. Not seeing it unless I'm blind. Oh, not a E, I. There it is. No, that's the spawn agitator. Pressurized spawner. Yes, it requires these advanced pressure tubes, which requires some machines and setups that we don't have. So that's probably all we're going to do in Pneumatic Craft for today. Because we're going to have to get into some of this other stuff. And I need to do a bit more research on these fuels, making a balanced pressurized system so we for sure don't blow anything up, so we can move this into our base and then hopefully get our ender spawner. I would love to have a lot of this set up and put together in the next episode. What I'd like to wrap up with is ender chest, automating some more of our current machines and just make the base and crafting room and some of the stuff downstairs a little bit more useful and easier to get to. So let's go ahead and work on that. So now that we're at a good stopping point with our pneumatic craft project, I want to work on our power room. I feel like there's a few more tweaks that we can make to clean it up and make it look a little nicer, as well as increase the FE output. We need to add some more closures so we can farm some more beetroot because we're using more than we're creating. I think we're good on seeds now, but we'll check that as well. And I want to add some more biogenerators to our stack here on this wall right here. So let's go ahead and get started on that. Well, we've made some significant progress in here. I'm definitely a lot more comfortable letting the diesel generator run for long periods of time now. We have plenty of seeds. The bins on both of the seeds are going up. We added several more closures with beetroot, and we re-engineered the logistical transporter, and I think it looks a little nicer as well. Our beetroot number is still trending down a little bit, but ever so slightly. You'll see that I've also added some additional melons, and we've run a line out of the precision sawmill into our industrial fermenter, where we've replaced a couple of the stacks of beetroot with melons. I want to make sure we have enough melons being generated for our biofuel, and I think we do have enough, but if not, we'll add a couple more. But I'm probably going to replace 1 or 2 more stacks of the beetroot with melons. It's just more efficient. Matter of fact, we may replace some of this over here with melons. We'll just have to see. I don't want to do that right now. We have a room right here. We could stick another one right there. But we'll just have to test this. I am confident in letting it run for hours, where before I was not. It would definitely drain down pretty quickly. And you can see I've added 12 more biogenerators, which brings our total FE output over here to, I believe, 5,880 is what my math added up to. And if you add the 4,096, that's just shy of 10,000 FE a tick. It's like 9,900 and some change. And then if you add in our 2800 plus that we're getting from our thermoelectric generators, we're significantly above the 10 KFE a tick mark, which I'm pretty excited about. I think that's just about gonna wrap us up for today though. I know the content was a little light, but I've had a lot going in real life. I was actually out of town for a few days, but I really didn't want to miss my schedule. I wanted to get a video to you guys, so I put a few hours into grinding out some what I hope is decent content for you guys. So definitely be looking forward to the next one, because I'm going to put a couple of days preparing and putting together that clip. But let's go ahead and wrap it up for today. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. I know we didn't get quite as much done as we normally would, but I've had a lot going on like I mentioned. But we still got several quests knocked out. We built our jetpack and we expanded our power generation capabilities. If you did enjoy the episode, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you have any suggestions or feedback, please leave a comment and don't forget to subscribe. This is AgroNinja, and that's a wrap.